everyone, Myrmonden with my review of Golden Kamuy episode 10. Yet another amazing episode, right? As I mentioned in the other video, I mean, this anime has been really breathtakingly good. I feel since episode 3 or so. I don't think episode 1 and 2 were particularly bad. Like they were okay. The bear thing kind of ruined something, but they were like okay-ish. But I think since the last 5 or so episodes, the anime has been like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 on every episode. Yeah, like the last 5 or so has been really good. Like really good. Again, here is also a great episode, right? And of course, it's very sane and it's very brutal. We have the air cutting thing there, and that was kind of obvious. So he's like, I like symmetry. Like I freaking knew. It's like, oh, I'm gonna cut you open. Oh, I'm great too. And he was like, you have no gun, bro. Come at me. That was great too. Yeah, come at me. Come here. That was great. He's gonna get shots there. Oh, that was nice. And he kind of rooted in the mouth his traitor and so on. Yeah, so that part was pretty good. And then we get to this reveal part, right? The big reveal part. And yeah, her father's actually the guy behind everything. The guy that killed the Ainu. Isn't the actual Ainu. It also mentioned like Sakhalin and so on, right? Which is an island in Russia today. It's just north of Hokkaido. And it used to have Ainu people as well. So he didn't, you know, he seemed to be a Japanese actually, right? And not actually Ainu, but it could also be that they're kind of Russian Ainus and so on, right? Because again, the Ainus were both in Japan and in Russia during this time, and I think there still are some Ainu in Russia. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I have a few Ainus, yeah, that add cycling to the easy. So it could be something like that as well, right? That her father is the one is connected to kind of like the other tribes of Ainu, right? Yeah, that could be a thing. I don't know if that's important or if just like a Japanese guy and that kind of, you know, lived as an Ainu for a while and so on. It also could be it, right? But as a man to Sakhalin, I kind of felt that, well, maybe that's how it works. Like it's like screw this Japanese Ainus, but there's different, you know, still different tribes and so on. He's like, no, I'm with these other guys. That could be it, how he connects back to the whole thing there. Or it could also be that they've hidden it in Sakhalin, for that matter. That would be interesting if they actually had, the goal isn't even in Hokkaido, because there are at least one more Ainu island, right, at this time in history. So it could be like, no, there are actually the other Ainu islands. Here's where the goal is. That could be something. But otherwise, it felt kind of weird. It kind of named Sakhalin so easily. They're like, Sakhalin, no. Yeah, that's what my mind thinks though. I mean, yeah, like you mentioned the other location there. It's pretty, not that far away by sea there. So you definitely could take the goal up there. If you help people so on, it's definitely potential, but probably not though. But I was like, that could be something. But anyway, it's not going to go to her father, right? And yeah, he's a sapper. He's definitely suspicious. He definitely could have, of course, lied about her father. I don't think he did, because we see, you know, the awesome, you know, we see old Kenshin, and he's like, Naparobo isn't actually, you know, Japanese Ainu. It's fake Japanese Ainu. So we see him. Yeah, we see him also saying it, like, I know the truth about this guy. He isn't actually from Hokkaido and so on, right? So, could be Sakhalin, yeah. So that he's dropping that as well there. So that can't be a lie. I mean, he could be definitely has twisted the truth a bit there, but that can't be a lie that he's just, you know, not from Ainu, that country of Ainu, right? Because it's like, no. They wouldn't say that. It would be weird if it's also a lie. And then the other character, you know, trusts the viewer, right? He confirms to us the viewer. Of course, like, I see people don't believe it, but from the viewer standpoint, we have 2 different sources telling us this, so it has to be true. That being said, though, we only know partial, right? I don't trust it for a second. He said, you especially, he's like, oh, I'm a explosive master. Like, especially that part, it was like, wait, you're this guy? It's like, I used to be 7th Legion, the other 7th Legion. It's like, there's a lot of that, like, yeah. Oh, you want the gold? Give me some gold, and I help you. Like, and it's a lot of that kind of like half truths there, but it probably tells you mainly the truth, but it might be something he's lefting out. Yeah, like he's explaining everything. So definitely suspicious, but I think he's gonna probably be in their team there for a while. Maybe the whole cruise ship, pretty cool characters, so he might stay with them. Because you kind of need more than just being 3 people, right? They're fighting so many different antagonists, so they need more than that. Well, they also have, of course, yeah, the surviving hunter now, so they have that guy as well. But he's staying though at Ainu village again though, but that's true. They also have him, I guess, somewhat. What more happened? Well, yeah, right, the name makes a lot more sense, I suppose. Actually, I would say that whole thing, for me, I wasn't like super shocked. I don't know, yeah. I kind of felt like, yeah, in my opinion, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Like, yeah, I just felt that this reveal was like, that's a very reasonable reveal, yeah. Like in a lot of other animes, right, you have this reveal and it's like, oh, what? Yeah? Or, you know, it's shock value. Or some other times, it's like, oh my god, that's the true story, that's amazing. Or it's the third version where you're like, okay, it's just stupid, like this is bad plot holding, retconning, then this character actually makes no sense, like yeah. Or it's that kind of thing. But this is the fourth one, where I kind of feel like, okay, this is the fifth one too. The fifth one is kind of like, oh, this is exactly what I expected, and I'm disappointed because the authors went the route I thought it was gonna go exactly by you know everything. So I'm just like, that's disappointing to me because it's so obvious. But this here I feel is the other version where it's kind of like, huh, I guess we could have predicted that, but it makes so much. It actually makes a lot of sense now. So I'm like, yeah, I like it, yeah. I actually really like it. He said it just makes a lot of sense without being too obviously predictable. So I think it actually was really good there because it kind of gets to this point. He explains it, and I'm like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like he would be the ainu, connected to her, right? Why is the old man after her, you know, Japanese name, right? So what? It actually makes everything connects pretty good together there without making it feel like, oh, that was so obvious or something like that. So yeah, I actually really liked it. It was a good reveal there, and also, as I mentioned earlier, right, it's a good reveal because it also keeps some mystery there. He clearly lied, maybe not lying, but it's clearly not telling them everything. So there are a few more hints to be found out, but we discover and so on. So yeah, so the last thing that I'm talking about, Murder Hotel, like they're going, that lady dead in there, she's like, welcome, like that was, she looks evil, yeah, she looks really evil. I guess they're gonna go there for an inn or something like that when they come to Sapporo, and they're gonna probably try to survive some, I don't know, some crazy old woman, right? Interesting, yeah, that's gonna be probably is a kind of probably not connected to the main story, but it's gonna be something they have to survive, I guess, next week then. And actually, the hotel looks very British. It looks very like modern British, right? So that I think that's good actually, because it kind of points to her clothes, but yeah, because it points to it being like in the Sapporo, it's the capital of Hokkaido, right? So of course, they have a little more influence of like, you know, other cultures and so on. So that makes a lot of sense to have that kind of place at Sapporo, or actually more in Tokyo. But you know what I mean, right? It's more in Sapporo makes more sense than being in some kind of fishing village, right? At Hokkaido, so up north. Sapporo has a lot of population, so yeah, that is interesting. That's interesting. I think next episode is gonna be some probably not really not the beginning, some building on the main story, but it could be really interesting. I mean, the comedy, like for instance, yeah, the comedy is still there, right? It's really funny. Oh yeah, last thing. Eyeballs, his brain, his eyeballs, this anime eating weird food, man. It's like, Jesus, yeah, it was fine. Anyway, positive you guys, and I'll see you guys next